Ever feel a little overwhelmed browsing Amazon? I mean, just thinking about the sheer amount of stuff they have, it's mind-boggling.
Right. And imagine being on the other side trying to actually run a business on that.
It's got to be a jungle, right? Inventory, customer messages, Amazon's rules changing all the time.
Totally. You'd need a magic wand just to keep up, let alone actually succeed.
Okay, so speaking of magic wands, that's kind of what this deep dive is all about. We're digging into this CNBC article about Amazon's answer to seller struggles, an AI assistant called Amelia.
Oh yeah, Amelia. It's huge, and it's causing quite a buzz since they announced it at their big seller conference.
Yeah, the buzz is definitely real. And it got me thinking, we hear about AI everywhere these days, but this seems different.
It is different. See, we're used to AI, like recommending products to us or maybe, powering those weirdly accurate ads. But now we're talking about Amazon using AI to literally change how selling on their platform actually works from the inside out.
Okay, so for those of us who haven't been glued to the Amazon seller blog, what exactly is Amelia?
So picture this. You're an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah.
You're selling like, I don't know, amazing homemade candles on Amazon.
Okay, love it. I'm buying.
Right. But then suddenly you get hit with a bunch of orders, which is awesome, but then bam, you're flagged for some kind of IP infringement you've never even heard of. Total nightmare.
Yeah, I'd be lost.
Right. So Amelia is like this super smart business partner who not only helps you figure out what went wrong, but also guides you through the whole crazy process of navigating Amazon's rules and regulations.
So it's like having an AI lawyer, a manager, and that one super organized friend all rolled into one.
Exactly. And look, this is not just some small experiment for Amazon, okay?
Yeah.
This is them going all in on AI. And not just for us shoppers, but for every part of their business. Amelia is a huge sign that they're putting serious resources into supporting their sellers.
Which is interesting, right? Because the article mentioned Amazon's CEO saying that generative AI is a big deal, but it's got to be more than just hype.
Oh, absolutely. It's strategic. Remember, Amazon's business depends heavily on third-party sellers. Think about it. It's all those small businesses, craftspeople, even big brands, they're all selling on their platform.
Right, so keeping those sellers happy, making sure they have the tools to do well, that's how Amazon stays on top. Though you got to wonder, are they worried about competition? I mean, platforms like Shopify are getting huge, right?
That's the thing. They're not just sitting around. Amazon sees that the competition's heating up, and they're
Right.
bringing out the big guns, like Amelia, to stay ahead. It's about making life easier for sellers, so they choose Amazon over anyone else.
So it's like Amazon saying to sellers, look, we get it. It's tough out there. Let us handle the hard stuff so you can just focus on your business. But okay, that's the idea. But how does Amelia actually work? What's the tech behind it?
Well, it's a pretty fascinating mix of some really advanced AI and clever strategy. The article mentions it's in beta testing right now.
Beta testing, so they're still ironing out the kinks.
Exactly. They're giving it to a small group of sellers first to get feedback and work out any issues before they release it to everyone.
Makes sense. You don't want to launch something this big without making sure it actually works.
Exactly. And it shows they're taking this seriously.
Mm.
But back to how it works. Imagine you're that candle entrepreneur again, and you wake up one morning and your best-selling candle has completely vanished from the search results.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Every seller's worst nightmare.
Right, a total disaster. So Amelia could step in, analyze what happened, maybe there was a technical glitch or new rule you missed, and then actually walk you through fixing it step by step.
Whoa, that's like having an AI guardian angel for your business.
I like that, an AI guardian angel. And it goes beyond just fixing problems. Remember the article mentioned data-driven insights to help you sell more?
Yeah.
This is where it gets really interesting. Amazon has this massive amount of data right. They know what people are buying, what they're searching for, what's trending. Amelia can tap into all of that in a way that individual sellers just can't.
So it's not just telling you what you did wrong, it's telling you what to do better.
Yeah.
Based on what Amazon knows about its shoppers?
Exactly. It's like having a crystal ball, but instead of vague predictions, it gives you concrete steps. It might say, hey, this type of candle is suddenly super popular, maybe stock up on that. Or, hey, people who buy your candles also love these fancy matches. Maybe run a promotion together.
Okay, that's seriously cool. But hold on a second. With all this AI power, doesn't it get a little creepy? Like, what about our data and privacy?
That's the really smart part. Amazon's clearly thought about those concerns.
Mhm.
The article specifically mentioned Amelia uses something called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG.
Or RAG. Okay, now you've lost me. Sounds like something I'd use to clean up a paint spill.
Right. But it's actually really interesting. Basically, RAG means that Amelia can access and use very specific information from Amazon's giant data pool, but it doesn't actually store or use all of that data to learn.
So it's like a super targeted search engine instead of just absorbing everything?
Exactly. It finds the exact piece of information needed to help the seller without compromising anyone's privacy. So if a seller's having an issue with a product listing, Amelia can pull up the specific rules and regulations for that product category without accessing any sensitive customer data.
Okay, that makes me feel better. But let's be real for a second. This is all fascinating, but how does this affect me? I'm not selling on Amazon, I'm buying.
That's the million-dollar question,
Yeah.
right? It's easy to think, well, that's for the business side of things, not my problem. But here's the thing. It actually could have a huge impact on shoppers like you.
So you're telling me even though this Amelia thing is working behind the scenes, it'll actually change things for me as a shopper?
Exactly. Think of it this way. If there's a seller having a problem that Amelia helps them solve super fast, that means a smoother experience for you as a shopper.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, no more waiting forever for something to be back in stock because the seller got stuck in some weird Amazon rule black hole.
Ugh, yeah, I hate that this item is currently unavailable. Like, just tell me when it'll be back.
Right. Amelia could help prevent that whole mess. Or think about those times you're trying to find something really specific, but the search results are a total jumbled mess, full of stuff that has nothing to do with what you want.
Oh my gosh, yes. The worst.
Right. Well, Amelia could actually help sellers make sure their listings are clear and optimized, so the right products show up when you search. It's all about making the whole shopping experience smoother, faster, less frustrating for everyone.
You know, that actually reminds me. I have noticed Amazon's recommendations getting really good lately. Like, creepily good. Is that Amelia too?
It's probably not Amelia directly.
Yeah.
At least not yet. Remember, right now it's focused on those seller tools, but it's all part of the same thing.
Yeah.
Amazon is moving towards this whole smarter AI-powered experience.
Yeah.
And the better they get at one side, the more it benefits the other.
Okay, so it's all connected. Got it. But going back to how this affects me, the shopper. You mentioned pricing earlier. Could Amelia actually help me find better deals?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But it has the potential to be a game changer. Think about it. Amelia can analyze tons of data, right? Like competitor pricing, market trends, even what similar sellers are doing. So it could actually advise sellers on the absolute best pricing strategies. Like maybe even suggest running a flash sale at the perfect time to catch your eye.
So instead of just that basic suggested price thing Amazon has now, it'd be like having a team of expert deal hunters whispering in the seller's ear. This is the magic number. This is what you should charge.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, the sellers still make the final decisions, but having that kind of AI insight could absolutely lead to more competitive pricing overall, which is good news for us shoppers.
Man, the more we talk about this Amelia thing, the bigger it seems. It's not just some helpful tool. It's like it could completely change how we shop online.
And that's what's so exciting about it. This is just the beginning. Like we're seeing the very first wave of what AI can do in this world. Who knows what the future holds? Maybe we'll all have our own personalized AI shopping assistants, helping us find the best deals, haggling with other AIs on our behalf.
Now that's a future I can get behind. Sign me up. But for now, it seems like Amazon's playing it smart. You know, focusing on making life better for the sellers first. And,
Yeah,
hey, what's good for them is good for us too, right?
100%. And I think that's the big takeaway here. We tend to focus on the flashy consumer side of AI.
Yeah.
But the really big changes, the stuff that really impacts our lives,
Yeah.
it's often happening behind the scenes. It's changing how businesses work, how entire markets function, how we experience the world around us. It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
It really is. Definitely a lot to think about. So for our listeners out there who want to sound super smart at their next dinner party, what's the one thing to remember about Amazon's Amelia?
It's simple, really. It's
Yeah.
not just about making Amazon better. It's about Amazon using AI to completely dominate the future of online shopping. And as always, we'll be here to break it all down for you every step of the way.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us, everyone. A happy shopping out there.